Hello, I'm Jody Welker. I'm pastor at the Kirk of Kildaire Presbyterian here in Cary, and I've often attended, almost every year, the Interfaith Shabbat service, Thanksgiving. I'm so sorry we are missing it this year. One of my members said, "Are we having the service this year?" And I said, "Yes, we'll have it virtually." So we're missing being together with members of the interfaith community. We still give Thanksgiving for you. I wanted to share a story today that comes from the Christian community. That's an important Thanksgiving story for us. We often tell it during Thanksgiving, but it seems appropriate every year to tell this story. I want to begin, though, by reading one of the scriptures that come to us from the Apostle Paul, who is writing from a prison cell to friends in Philippi who are trying to care for him in his hardship. And part of the ending of the letter goes like this: "Rejoice in the Lord always," says Paul. "Again, I will say rejoice. Let your gentleness be known to everyone. The Lord is near. Do not worry about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." I want to tell you the story of German pastor Martin Rinkart, who served the walled town of Eilenburg during the horrors of the 30-year war from 1618 to 1648. It is one of the deadliest religious wars to date in the history of the world. It left 8 million people dead. Catholics and Protestants were caught in a very divisive feud, as was often true in that time of world history. I'm so glad that we have come to moments of reconciliation and recognition as we have moved on in our lives and found other unity. It's that spirit of peace and unity among divisions that bring us together, even in this service. That was a hard time in the life of the world and in the life of Pastor Rinkart. He was a pastor of that small town, and it was a time when poverty was rampant, there was famine, there was plague, and there were refugees streaming into the city as a part of the war. In 1637, a great plague hit that city as they were walled in and surrounded by an army. About 8,000 residents died in 1637. Pastor Rinkart conducted funerals for about 40 to 50 people a day, and one of them was for his own wife. They say that he presided over 4,800 funerals. They say the famine became so extreme that 30 or 40 people might be fighting in the streets over a dead cat or a crow. So in the face of all this pressure, he kept caring for the people of the city. He buried 2 of his fellow clergymen in this period of 1637, and he was left all alone to care for the city. In the midst of all of this, we know that he wrote a song, and he tells a story of how he turned to God with thanksgiving, even in a time of famine and pestilence and war. To quote Paul, with prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, he made his requests be known to God. He wrote a song for his own children to sing, those children left motherless, and he wanted them to sing this around their mealtime, when they would say thanks, when they would say grace. And he composed a song that's now become one of the most well-known and well-loved songs in the Christian community. You are about to hear our director of music, Larry Abernathy, play the tune. And as you listen, I invite you to reflect upon the words of this very powerful song, especially given the context of the day. Maybe it will speak to you in our day as we go through our own time of pandemic and economic hardship. The words of the song go like this: "Now thank we all our God, with heart and hands and voices, who wondrous things has done, in whom this world rejoices, who from our mother's arms has blessed us on our way, with countless gifts of love, and still is ours today. Oh, may this bounteous God through all our life be near us, with ever joyful hearts, and blessed peace to cheer us, to keep us in his grace, and guide us when perplexed, and free us from all ills in this world and the next. All praise and thanks to God, the Father now be given, the Son and Spirit blessed, who reign in highest heaven, the one eternal God, whom heaven and earth adore. For thus it was, is now, and shall be evermore." Happy Thanksgiving from the Kirk, and happy Thanksgiving to all of our friends We are blessed to have you in our lives. May God bless you and give you peace and thanksgiving this very season. We look forward to gathering with you again in another year.